Good day, good day, good day, good day, good day, good day, good day. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing out there? Thank y'all for joining me. Thank y'all for joining me. Thank y'all for joining me. Who's out there? Who's out there? Just in case you're joining me for the very first time, I'm your host, the one they call Brian Glaze Gibbs. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. What I'm gonna talk about? What I'm gonna talk about? You know what I'm gonna talk about? I'm gonna talk about my co-defendant, Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols. Just got granted parole. Sit back and think about it. Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols just got parole. I think that it's very deep. That's something different. That's not what expected. A lot of times people didn't thought Cat was coming home. Right now, killer, drug law, Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols, state parole, released to feds. Drug kingpin Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols released into federal custody. The kingpin of a murdered queen drug ring was granted parole from state prison and immediately parole from state to prison, immediately released to custody of federal law enforcement official on Tuesday. The Post have learned the state parole released Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols after 37 years draw outrage from cops who vividly remember his drug gang 1988 ambush and shooting execution of rookie officer Edward Burns while he sat in his parole car in South Jamaica, Queens. This murderous drug law and cop killer must not move even an inch closer to freedom. Our hero, brother police officer Edward Burns, sacrificed his life to rid our city of Nichols and his gang, say PBA President Patrick Lynch. While not charged in the Burns slaying, Nichols, 63, pleaded guilty to ordering the murder of parole officer Bryant Rooney in 1985 for reporting him for violation. He also had been serving time in the state penitentiary for drug and gun possession crime. Sentenced to 25 years to life imprisonment for state crime and serving time for federal offense. Concurrently, Nichols was first eligible for parole in 2010. Nichols, who was finally granted parole after February 23rd hearing, was released from parole custody and into federal custody on April 5th. The State Department of Correction and Community Service say in a statement, the fair drug law federal sentence for conviction of drug racketeering and murder racketeering run through 2026. This state has some fearing that paroling him from his state sentence might lead to him getting out soon. A retired detective who worked on the Burn case say it would be outrageous for Nichols to be let loose. Okay? His crew was responsible for the assassination of police officer Edward Burns, the detective say. Cop who dealt with Nichols and his crew in the 80s say he should not breathe one day in freedom. He was one of the biggest drug dealers of crack in the late 80s. He's responsible for hundreds of deaths from either murder or drug overdose. He has not paid his debts to society, say one retired Queen officer. Lynch say the move is an insult to Burns' family. The parole board is spitting on his sacrifice and on his family, just like they have done to dozens of others fallen heroes, he say. Governor Kathy Hochul cannot bury her head in the sand any longer. She must fix the watered-down parole standard and appoint new parole commission who care about protecting crime victims and upholding respect for the law. The parole board, whose member was appointed by this great ex-governor Andrew Cuomo, has come under fire in recent years for letting loose convicted killers. Others sprung included cop killer Herman Bell, wacko Bruce Helms, who belligerent a young woman to death with a club, and Sam Alio, who raped and murdered two young moms with their horrified children within earshot during a Westchester County home invasion. Nichols, whose nickname was used to describe his thick neck, still ran his drug operation during his early years behind bars and ordered hits on those who he felt crossed him. He also confessed to ordering the murder of his ex-girlfriend, Myrtle Maisha Hamshaw, the mother of his son in 87, after complaining she stole money from his drug operation. Nichols also admitted to ordering the 1986 killing of Isaac Bolden, who was fatally shot by his posse after Bolden was fingered for robbing his then-girlfriend, Carolyn Tyson. The U.S. Attorney Office in Brooklyn, which prosecuted Nichols, declined comment. Hey, folks, listen. This man been incarcerated for 37 years. 37 years. Okay, sit back and think about it. He's been in there 37 years. And folks, listen, okay, even right now, everybody keep talking about that he was guilty or he has something to do with Edward Burns being murdered. Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols did not, I repeat, did not have nothing to do with Edward Burns being murdered. And a lot of times people do not understand that. Even right now, at that present time, I was out, I was in the street, and I was the guy. I was the number one guy of the operation. I was the head of security. And even right now, guess what? When Edward Burns got killed, I was their number one suspect. They felt if anybody had balls enough or was crazy enough to kill a police officer, 103rd, 113th, and 75th Precinct felt that I, Brian Glaze, was responsible for it. But that was not the case. That was not the case. Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols did not, I repeat, did not have nothing to do with the Edward Burns murder. Even with that being said, as the evidence revealed, when these guys was arrested, when they was picked up, when they started to cooperate, guess what? Pappy name came up, Lorenzo name came up, a lot of people name came up. But sometimes you can get blamed for something because you're the leader, you're the boss. But just because you're the boss, that don't mean you know everything that's going on beforehand. You probably find out after the fact. But the difference is you're guilt by association because they felt that here it is. If Pappy was down, that cat was down. And that was not the case. So when you sit back and look at it, even with that being said, what I'm trying to say right now is this, folks. Everybody, even with Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols, people do not understand. A lot of times people change. A lot of times when you sit back and think about it, Lorenzo went away at 37. So right now is Lorenzo is 62 years old right now. So even at the present time, he was 25 years old when he went away. And when you sit back and look at it, that man went through hell. He went through hell. And even right now, like I say, I'm not just sitting. Yeah, Pappy's still alive. Pappy's still alive, Just Blaze. Hopefully, right now, I'll be able to go visit Pappy this year and I'll be able to take some photos and probably do an interview with Pappy sometime this year. But once again, what I want people to understand is this, man. People change. And even right now, where it's like me, myself, and being a part of that organization, being a part of that crew, I used to go see Cat a lot. And when I used to go visit Cat a lot, even when these individuals that kidnapped his wife and when they threw the firebomb through his mother's house, whereas back then I was heated. When they threw the firebomb through his mother's house, and his mother was 70 years old at the time, and his dad was 75. He lost his sister in that fire that was 51. One of his what grandnephew got burned real bad, 10 years old. But they escaped. A 4-year-old was in that house. You know what I'm saying? A 12-year-old was in that house. And they all could have died. But even that fact, when that happened, I felt partially responsible because I was head of security. I was the number one guy at the time doing that situation. And when I went to see him in Shawanga, I went to see him in Shawanga on a night visit. Right after that incident, right after they killed his sister and destroyed his mom's house and almost killed his brother, almost killed his dad, almost killed his grandniece and grandnephew, guess what? I was on a visit. And my attention was being young, being dumb, being sick minded. I went blood for blood. I wanted blood. Why I wanted blood? Because the fact is right now is hold up, wait a minute here. If these so-called gangsters had beef with him, had beef with me, you don't involve moms. You don't involve dad. You don't involve sisters. You don't involve kids. You don't involve them. So right now is I lost it. Back then, like he said, right now, I was so bloodthirsty that not even he could control me. Guess what? I want to react. Everybody, anybody that I felt was responsible for, I want them gone. I want to take their head off. I want them to feel that same pain that he was feeling, that his family felt during that period of time. I went on a night visit. When I went to visit him on a night visit in Shawanga, what I did was I had my crew, the M&M crew. They was out there. They was dressed up as housing authority. They was dressed up as UPS and FedEx. And right now, at a certain time, they was going to go to each and every individual house that I knew and felt was responsible for it. They was going to each and every individual house, and what they was going to do, the mission was anybody that was in that house would have to go. And the difference right now was, guess what? When I went and I told him that on a visit, I said, this is my plan. This is what I was going to do. You know what that man told me? That man looked me in my eyes, despite he lost his sister that died in that fire. That was 51 years old at the time. That man looked me in my eyes and say, no, you can't do that. No, you're not going to do that. I'm like, hold on, wait, man. Here it is. You lost your sister. Your mother could have died. Your father could have died. Your grandniece and your two grandnephews could have died. One of them got burned real bad. The 10-year-old got burned real bad. Why? Because he went and he was trying to save his grandmother, who was in, she was in a wheelchair, but she was in bed. So right now is he went and he tried to get her out of the bed. He tried to pull her to safety. He tried to bring her from upstairs, downstairs, out that house. That's what his 10-year-old grandnephew tried to do. And he got burned in the process. He was unsuccessful, but he tried. He tried to save his grandmother, which is noble. That's what you're supposed to do when you love and care about somebody. So to me, while I'm on a visit and I'm expressing myself and I'm telling him what I was going to do, guess what he told me? What he told me? He told me no. He told me no. Don't do that. He told me no. Okay? I took it more personally than he did. But he told me no. Despite his sister was in the morgue. Despite his sister was in the morgue. Despite right now was he was, upset, he was angry. But yet and still right now was, guess what? I, being Brian Glaze Gibbs, I being a sick, lost individual, I taking it more personal than he took it. I wanted blood. I want to get it done. I want those people that were responsible for it, I want them to feel the pain that we was feeling. But he told me no. I had to leave the night visit in Shawanga in that high security facility. I had to leave that facility. Okay? And I had to page all of my guys that was dressed up as New York City Housing Authority workers, that was dressed up as UPS employees, that was dressed up as FedEx employees. I had to get out off the visit and go and page and call them and told them, no, everything is off. You cannot go to these places and kill these people. Why? Because that was not my wishes. That was his wishes. And the bottom line is people do not understand right now. Guess what? No, I was up under him. When I got out of jail, he gave me full responsibility. He gave me full control of his operation. So yes, did I took it personal? You goddamn right, I took it personal. Right now, was I wrong? You know what? At that present time, I didn't felt that was wrong. I felt that was right. I felt that, you know what? This is something that I want to do. This is something that I was going to do. I want to prove a point. And you know what? He stopped me. And you know what? I can honestly say I'm glad he stopped me. Because if he didn't stop me, I would not be here right now. I would still be incarcerated, probably on medication, what I'm saying, in a max age facility, drinking, I'm saying, water out of the toilet bowl, on medication, going blah, 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 out of my damn mind. But people, you don't understand. When you get wrapped up or when you get deeply involved, people do not understand. So what I'm trying to say right now, everybody try to make him look like a monster. Everybody try to blame him for everything. Nah, even when I got sentenced, guess what? When I got sentenced, I had to come clean. When I sat down, I told him, listen, man, I couldn't blame Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols. I couldn't blame Howard Pappy Mason for what I did. Everything I did it because that's what I wanted to do. I want to do that. Because once again, like I keep trying to tell people, from the age of 14 and 24, guess what? I was a sick individual. I was a sick individual. I was a lost soul. And you know what? By being a sick, traumatized, lost individual, caught up into that concrete jungle, guess what? I didn't care about anything. I didn't care. But the difference was he was able to think. He was able to foresee. Guess what? If you do that and you do that on your own, it's still going to come back to him because that was his organization. That was his crew. That was his family. But like I told you right now, folks, I took it personal. Because once again, when you got people as a friend, when you got people that you love them, guess what happened? Guess what happened? When you got people that you love, guess what? You're going to go all out. You're going to go all out. And right now, at that present time, if I'm saying these cowards, these individuals that took the time to shot up a house, throw a firebomb into a house, guess what? When you got a 70-year-old woman, a 75-year-old man, a 4-year-old little boy, a 10-year-old little boy, a 12-year-old little boy, a 51-year-old woman that was confined to a wheelchair. When you got that type of people there, and they don't have nothing to do with this game. And that's what people got to understand. They didn't have anything to do with that game. They didn't have anything to do with the drug operation. They didn't have anything to do with what we was doing. But the fact is, sometime by being family members of drug lords or criminals or stick-up kids or anybody into that criminal enterprise, guess what? Sometime they pay the price. And that's what happened. During that particular time, that's what took place. So right now is, guess what? If he didn't stop me, I wouldn't have be here today. Because once again, only thing I saw, I blanked out. Only thing I saw was blood. Only thing I saw was red. You see this right here? Red. You know what? Guess what? I should have on burgundy because blood is like red and burgundy. So that's all I saw. But like I told you right now, I'm glad. I'm glad that with him being the individual that he is. A lot of times people don't understand. Fat Cat is a country bunkin. A country bunkin. But he's a smart country bunkin. He probably one of the smartest individuals that I ran into. And even right now he was able to foresee. If you do that, guess what's gonna happen? We're gonna have all hell to pay. Even though right now that happened in May of '88. Okay, even right now, the police murder, Edward Burns, despite he didn't have anything to do with that. He didn't sanction that. He didn't say that was okay. He wasn't a part of that. He didn't plan that. But yet and still, because he was the boss, he was the boss. He got blamed for that. And he didn't have nothing to do with that. That Edward Burns murder destroyed his whole family. That Edward Burns murder, right now, 6 months after the fact, guess what happened? Guess what happened? August 11, 1988, they came, Operation Horse Collar. And what they did is they arrested his mother. They arrested his dad. They arrested his nieces. They arrested his sisters. They arrested his wife. They arrested all his girlfriend. They arrested a bunch of different members of the organization. I didn't get picked up then. I was on a run. You know what happened was during that period of time, August 11, 1988, my son was born August 1st. So even right now, when my son was born, I was nowhere around. I was nowhere around. I was with my wife at the time with our newborn. My newborn was born August 1st. So he was like 10 days old when that situation took place. And I can remember being in bed, getting a phone call. Right now is that morning, like around 6 a.m. And when I got that phone call that came to the house, listen, I don't know whether they looking for you or whether they looking for me, but you got feds. You got basically a mini army that got Cyprus surrounded, machine gun. I'm talking about like miniature tanks. Right now, everybody that coming out of that facility or coming out that those projects, they being searched, they being stopped, they being questioned. And they raided the Cyprus headquarters, 1266 Sutter Avenue 4B. So right now, as they raiding and they going to that location, they going to places in Queens, okay, places in Brooklyn, places in Virginia, New Jersey, Alabama. They go on to every places simultaneously, trying to pick up everybody that they felt was a part of this organization. And sometime, even right now, a lot of his family got wrapped up into that. His mother didn't have nothing to do with that, what was going on. His father didn't have nothing to do with what was going on. His wife didn't have nothing to do with what was going on. Some of his sisters didn't have nothing to do with what's going on. Some of his nieces. But the difference is right now is, guess what? Sometime you can be guilty by association. You can be a guilty not by what you did, by the fact that you love somebody that's a kingpin. You love somebody that's a drug lord. You are related to somebody that's a kingpin, that's a drug lord, that's a murderer. And folks, that's what happened. That's what brought down the whole operation. And even with that being said, from the time Edward Burns got murdered up until what, August 9th, August 10th, because they came on a raid August 11th, they had 1,100 hours. I repeat, they had 1,100 hours of wiretap tape. 1,100 hours of wiretap tape of what was supposed to be going on. And even with that being said, anybody and everybody that they felt was a part of that organization got thrown down to the ground. All this stemmed from when the rookie police Edward Burns was executed on February 26, 1988. And despite, guess what? I didn't know nothing about that situation till after the fact. His family may not have anything to do with it, but they benefit from his activity. Wow, Special K. Wow. And you're right. You're right. They did benefit. They did benefit from the activity. So the difference is right now was, guess what? Sometimes you are guilty by association. Sometimes you are guilty because, once again, if you receiving part of the proceed from the illegal activity, then I guess you got a point. You're guilty. But in the same token, they wasn't out there doing anything. They wasn't. So even right now, Special K, so the difference is, behind every great fortune, there's a crime. So when you look at certain situation with some of the prominent family that circulated throughout the United States over the years, like some of the prominent family, guess what? They family benefit and got their wealth from bootlegging. Bootlegging what? Liquor, alcohol back then when it was illegal. But what they was able to do, they was able to take their proceed and invest and put it in something legally. And they got into politics. So a lot of times, guess what? Every situation is different. So even with that being said, after 37 years from July 1985 until April of 2022, Fat Cat was finally released from his state bid. Okay? But he's released from his state bid, but sit back and think about it. What happened? Now he got to wait because, once again, he got a 40-year sentence from the federal government. So with that 40-year sentence, despite he's released from the state, now he's able to go and finish off his Fed time. That date don't expire until 2026, 4 years from now. He got to do the rest of 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026 before he's finally released. Okay? Now, sit back and think about it. Even once he's released from his federal sentence in 2026, is he going home? So you figure right now, Cat is like 60 something years old. Cat is, if I'm not mistaken, December 25th of this year, how old Cat would be? Okay, 63. Okay, 58. Okay, 58, 68, 78, 88, 98, 2008, 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22. So right now it's 63. So the bottom line, 4 more years, 67. At 67, he'd be eligible to be released. But once he's released at 67 years old, guess what's going to happen? He's going to get sent to Florida. He got to go into Florida and do 8 more years in Florida. So when you sit back and think about it, 8 more years at 66, at 67, that's going to put him at 75 years old. Has Cat ever spoke to 50? Say he's doing this show. Maybe do 2 years out of the 4. No. Come on, man. Free Fat Cat. You think they would give him any time off that? You know what I'm saying? Like I told you right now, folks, listen now. He got to do 4 more years for the feds. That's mandatory. And right now, once he get parole from the feds, he got to do 8 years. He got to do 8 years for. You know what I'm saying? He got to do 8 more years for Florida. Sometime right now is, guess what? They should just let him out. They should. They should just let him out. Even right now, I did a piece about a year ago when what's the guy name? Bobby, the rapper. What's the young guy? Bobby Smirdoff. What he did. Bobby Smirdoff, when he came home. And right now, he did a piece when he did the first interview. The first interview he did was with Mano. If you go to my platform, you can see around a year ago. And right now, Mano asked Bobby, listen, do you run into anybody that was incarcerated? Anybody that was in prison? Anybody that helped you out? Bobby stated right now, man, it was his old timer. It was the old timer that looked out for him. It was his old timer that, basically right now was schooling him, coaching him, counseling him, changing him. It was his old timer that saved his life. And he said right now that old timer was Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols. Even with that being said, and when I did that piece and I sit back and I thought about that, I said, damn, Bobby was the same age that I was when Cat saved my life. When Cat stopped me from basically right now sending my guys into these people's homes, into these people's apartments, preventing me from executing them because they threw the firebomb through his mother house. So, folks, what I'm trying to say right now is this, man. That game is a dirty, dirty, dirty game. Steve Driver, you just asked a question. Glaze, no offense. How would you a merciless killer, but you told down, bro? You know what? Like I said right now, bro, a lot of stuff go deep in the original surface. And right now, if you want the full detail, you know what? Like I said right now, it's out there. If you want the full detail, you know what I'm saying? Glaze, no offense. How was you a merciless killer, but you told? Damn, bro. Hey, if you want to know the facts, order your signed copy of the Beyond Lucky Boat, the Brian Glaze Gibbs story, a true story of crack, money, murder, and redemption, by emailing me at Brian, Brian, Gibbs, Gibbs, 1201 at yahoo.com. And speak about all that in this book right here. So if you want to know more about that, what you do is order your signed copy by emailing me at Brian, Brian, Gibbs 1201 at yahoo.com. And you will have a better understanding. So you will have a better understanding. But once again, like I was trying to say right now, the same way he saved, you know what I'm saying, Bobby Smirdoff, he saved me. Because once again, had I did what I did, very good book, salute. Thank you, Tina. Okay, why do guys care about him telling? Isn't it killing worse than telling? You know what, like I told you right now, because everybody caught up into that. How can I say it? That it's a game. Special K, it's a game. And people do not understand the game. Right now, you get caught up into that stuff. You get caught up into that street stuff. You get caught up into it. And right now, is sometimes we have a force. I'm gonna repeat that. Sometimes we have a force. FALSE. We have a forced belief system, believing what is real and what is not real. A lot of times, what people have to do is you got to do what's best for yourself. And a lot of times, people do not understand that. You got a lot of people that are leader. You got a lot of things that people are following. And a lot of times, people do not understand that. And that's what we got to get away from. What we got to get away from, man, like I told you right now, we are kings and queens. And what we have to do is stop putting ourselves in that predicament, destroying our community, destroying our family, destroying our race. We worrying about, oh, we got so mad. And I keep saying, we got so mad. We got so mad when we watched that officer choke out the life of George Floyd. We was pissed off. We hated that. Because we saw this white officer killed this black man. Okay? But yet and still right now, how can we be so mad at this individual when we as a community do it to ourselves each and every day? So it's all right for black to kill one another. But the bottom line, when we see another nationality killing us, it's offensive. Nah, it can't be no double standard, folks. It cannot be no double standard. So that's the difference right now. Get away from that bootleg brainwash mentality. The difference is right, wrong is wrong. You know, right is right, wrong is wrong. So to me, right now is Amari Berry, how you doing? The Wavy Music Group, how you doing? Like I said right now, is folks, listen, even right now, like I keep trying to tell people over and over again, I was once the problem. I was once the problem. Now what I seek to do, how do I be part of the solution? T Rivers, those the one who living in the past about snitching. What are they doing to save the youth? Not a damn thing. Hey folks, like I told you, to me, I'm happy. And hopefully right now is like I say, that he's able to get released. Able right now, he's able to, from my understanding, like I said right now, Cat was overweight. Cat was in the worst shape of his life, but right now is Cat is like a professional bodybuilder. Cat is in the best shape of his life. So the difference is right now, Cat at 60 something years old look better than some of these young boys out there. Thomas, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, but like I told you right now, folks, listen, man. I just want to come out here right quick and speak about that or whatever. The crazy part about that is this. A few weeks ago, I was talking to Bimmy. Shout out to Bimmy. Even right now, when I was talking to Bimmy, right now, Bimmy was telling me that, yo, well, New York State released Cat. So I've been sitting on this for a minute, but being as official, being as out, you know what? Like I said right now is guess what? I knew about it for a little while, and I'm glad. Hey, like I tell you right now is because once again, it's time for that man to come home because he got kids, man. And guess what? His kids, right now, most of them right now, guess what? They didn't know him because he was incarcerated for 37 years. 37 years. So even right now, that man got kids. He got grandkids. He probably got great grandkids now. And the difference is right now, it's time for him to come out. It's time for him to basically right now is get another chance. Tina, thank you, thank you. Everyone go out and get the book. Like I said right now, folks, listen, I don't candy coat anything. I don't candy coat anything. What I do is I talk about the good, I talk about the bad, I talk about the ugly. I don't candy coat anything. And it's not about candy coating. The difference is I talk about certain things that I went through in life, man. When I got beat up, when I got robbed, when I was not always on top of everything, man. You know? Nah, like I said right now, was a hopefully right now, like you say with Delroy Uzi Edwards, I don't think so. Glaze, you ever spoke to Black Just? Nah, Black Just died. And like I said right now, Black Just is dead. No, I didn't. So he's out, but not at home because he had to go to parole. Hey, K, thank you, K, thank you for the donation, folks. Listen, K, special K. Thank you for the donation. And folks, listen, people don't understand right now is you know what? Any donation is helpful because once again, like I say, what I'm trying to do is right now, how do I keep this platform clean? How do I continue to build on top of this platform? How do I build on top of the BGG movement? The BGG movement is best to give than receive. And that's what it's all about. My objective is how do I get back? How do I right my wrong? How do I help the lost soul that's out there thinking that street life? That criminal world, like I'm saying, that trying to be slick. That's what it's all about. It's not all about that, man. It's not all about that, man. The bottom line is right now, we got our kids, we got our grandkids picking up that brick, throwing at that prison wall for absolutely nothing. We got our kids, our grandkids, our great grandkids picking up that brick, throwing at a prison wall for absolutely nothing. You know what? And that's the difference, man. What the sense, man? This man been in jail for 37 years. 37 years. And what I'm trying to say right now, when is enough is enough is enough. The worst thing going to happen is right now is you're going to die in there. You're going to die in there. Die in there for what? Because when you was young, when you was still mentally immature, you went out there and you did shit. We did a lot of shit that we regret. How many shit that we did that we regret? How many stuff that everybody on this platform did, but guess what? You didn't quite even understand what you was doing. Because right now you too emotional, immature to really fully understand the significance and the consequences of your action, your behavior. And that's the difference. We got to understand right now was guess what? Sooner or later, it's enough. He's too old. You're right. And the difference is right now, he is too old. And the difference is right now was guess what, guys? I know him personally. I know him personally. Me and this cat right now, I used to go visit him. And we used to be in the visit room, talk about any and everything. Me and this cat used to be in the visit room. We used to be gambling, playing tunk, playing coon king. I used to walk up that visit. This man owed me what, 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000. Owed me by us sitting there. I used to fly up to Attica. I used to fly from LaGuardia or JFK up to Buffalo, New York, taking the, right now, limousine, taking a limousine to go see him. And we used to be up there for hours, talk about many different things. This man, since he been in there, lost so much, man. Lost so much. Lost his wife, lost his kids, lost his grandkids. His mother passed away. His sisters passed away. His niece passed away. He got different family members passed away, and he was not able to go pay his final respect because based upon who he was and what he was. We have to get Montel Shakur out next. Free Fat Cat, free Monticello, free Larry Hoover, folks. And see, a lot of times people we paint a picture about people. Most of these guys, most of them, we did the things that we did when we was young, dumb, uneducated, you know what I'm saying, traumatized. And what people don't understand, we was hurt growing up in the concrete environment. And when you hurt people, hurt other people. Not saying it's right. It's not right. It's wrong. And we know it's wrong. We know it's wrong. But yet and still right now, we was like that lost sheep that went astray. We was that lost sheep. We went astray. And the difference is when you able to sit back and reflect and you have night after night, a nightmare. You waking up in cold sweat and you start reliving some of the things that you're responsible for. Guess what? Trust me, nobody else have to beat you up because you're beating yourself up because you coming clean. You getting all that negativity, you getting all that nonsense out of you. You know, you're right. It is property. You're right. And folks, like I told you right now, is listen, man. Like I said right now, hopefully that he's healthy enough. Hopefully he's mentally prepared. So right now, in 12 more years, when he is eligible to be free, that guess what? He can have or live his last days, his dying days as a free man. And a lot of times people feel right now, oh, he do not deserve another chance because he was a killer. He poisoned his community. He did this, he did that, he did this, he did that. Let he or she, while sin, cast the first stone, folks. Nobody was perfect. Nobody was perfect. A lot of times right now is guess what? We all get caught up into that wrong thing. We all get caught up because we feel we don't have another way. We all get caught up because we feel we can't do it another way. And the difference is that's wrong. We can. Right now, that's why with my platform or whatever, I'm trying to bring people on my platform, teaching people how to hustle legally. You know, I had this young lady, shout out, shout out, shout out to, saying Lisa Shelton. Right now is guess what? She got Lash Cafe. Shout out to Simply Stan. These are young sisters, young, powerful young ladies, single moms that's out there. that got jobs, but then again, they feel they can give a company 40 hours of their time. They can give their own business, they own, you know what I'm saying, establishment, what they seek to get established. Right now is, like I told you, Lisa Shelton, what she got? She got, you know what I'm saying, her Lash business going on. You know what I'm saying? Lash Cafe. She got her boutique. She got she got her hair. With Simply Stan, right now is guess what? Very powerful. And what she's doing is right now, how did she get people? How did she get these sisters to, saying, take their health, saying, making sure they're working out, making sure they eating properly, making sure the difference is right now, when you look good, you feel good, you do good. Once again, when you look good, you feel good, you do good. You got Simply Stand Fitness. Simply Stand Fitness. This sister's out there doing her thing. She get up every morning, you know what I'm saying? Working. Then she go to the gym. Then she's a trainer. She training these other sisters how to love themselves, how to, build up their self-esteem, how to work out their frustration, how to go to that next level. Once again, that's what this is all about. Teaching them how to work out. Teaching them how to base right now is get away and work out all that frustration and negativity they got out in their heart and their mind, their soul, and their spirit. Getting all that negativity out, positive it in. That's the difference. So even right now, I'm bringing people on my platform, teaching people how to hustle legally. You can't hear me? Uh-oh, I can't hear you. Sound going out. You're breaking up. You're breaking up. Oh man. When I was free for watching people become bigger than Michael Jackson take over. Okay, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. I don't like this. Hold up, 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 hold up. See, my sound is breaking up. How's my sound now? How's my sound now? Is my sound better? Let me know. Let me know. Sound good? Okay, thank you, Special K. Thank you, Special K. And like I say right now, listen, folks, like I told you, I can hear you just fine. You know what? Like I told you, I am not tech savvy. I came a long way. I can remember when I first Mark Ford, my brother. Shout out to Mark Ford, Edward Wright. How you doing? Hey, folks, listen. First name, last name. You look like my uncle Michael, man. Like I say, what they say, we all look alike, man. But the difference right now, like I say, folks, listen, man. Thank y'all for taking your time out of your busy schedule to join me. Thank you for, I'm nearing 58,000 subscribers. Shout out, and I appreciate all the subscribers. I appreciate all the support. But if you like what I'm saying or you like the message, what I want you to do is hit the like button and share. Hit the like button and share. Hit the like button and take it, copy it. Share it to anybody and everybody that's in your content that you feel this message will have a direct effect on. Share it to anybody that's on your IG, on your DM, on your Facebook, on your messenger. Share. I can't hear him either. Basically, right now, I'm sorry about that. Probably no, I did not. I did not. I did not. I never saw 50 Cent in the South Side. Not Curtis. Well, without Curtis Jackson. I did not. A real one. Hey, thank you, Lowdown. Thank you. Hey, but listen, folks, like I told you right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build a positive platform. Like I tell you, I'm gonna have people coming on my platform, and the subject matter gonna be, you know what? I'm changing the concept. Teach me how to hustle. Teach me how to hustle. Teach me how to hustle. When you hear that word hustle, what we think of illegal activity. When you heard of hustle is not always illegal activity. Like I said right now, is I'm trying to get people into that um truck, the box truck game. Edward Wright, I love your ministry. Your ministry is a blessing to us all. Thank you, Edward Wright. Abdullah Him 2540. It say, be kind and merciful and forgive others, just as God forgave you. I think that's what the good books say. You know what? That's what it's all about, folks. Like I tell you right now, I was once the problem. Now I'm seeking to be part of the solution. Glaze, I'm asking all these questions because you don't come across people with so much history like you every day. Got to ask, bro. Hey, listen, Steve Dry, as long as you respectful, mindful, I have no problem with asking your question. Long as people come on my platform, being respectful and being mindful. I don't got time for the negativity and nonsense. I don't got time for the BS. I don't got time for you got a lot of these platforms, you got a lot of brothers and sisters, they're yelling, screaming, and cursing, and they're not really talking about nothing. Like who they was, Dougie Fresh, you ain't really doing nothing, 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 nothing. I don't got time for that. Here it is right now. When we are blessed, how do we uplift each other? How do we empower one another? How do we take things to the next level? New York and Chicago had a lot of guys in the street. Yeah. And right now we got a lot of guys in the street that threw their life away for nothing. If they had a chance to do it all over again, guess what? They would do something totally different. You got a lot of guys right now living out their dying days in these concrete, you know what I'm saying, prison system. You know, right now they used to only thing they hearing no bars closing. Boom. Only thing they hearing lockdown, count time, chow, when to take shower. Man, that's just is overrated. Yeah, a lot of people make platform to hate towards. I don't, you know what? Like I say right now, guess what? As long as people are talking about me, that mean I'm doing something good, man. Chris Neely, much respect, Glaze, Boston checking in. Free Larry and Jeff, man. Yeah, free Larry Hoover and free Jeff Fort, man. Because when these men went away, they was kids, man. They was kids. Why did Preem get away with 12 years, then do the same shit again, then Glaze, so he didn't learn from his lesson? You know what? A lot of times people get caught up, man. A lot of times you get caught up. A lot of times when people get out, the best thing to do, opposed to you going back to that original environment, you should change and go to a different environment and pick up a new game. CO, you are beautiful, will probably sound okay, cool. Motivating each other, lifting up each other. That's what we have to do. How do we help each other out? We too busy want to put our foot on other people's neck. How can we help each other when we too busy trying to destroy one another? Here it is right now. When we got black owned business, do we support black owned business? Nah. Right now, you got friends. You got family members. And guess what happened? Oppose you supporting them when they open up business, you want to go to them and you want that five-finger discount. You want that friend or family discount. Folks, let these people get established. If you go to all these other, what I'm saying, franchise, all these other businesses, and when you go there, and guess what? If you don't get no discount for them, why should you want discount for your brothers and sisters? You know what? Support them fully. Don't go to them with that. Yo, hook me up. You know what? That's the problem. We all want hookup, man. It's nothing free in life. We all want the hookup. Hook me up, man. If I'm gonna support you, hook me up. No. If you don't go to Neiman Marcus, if you don't go to Nordstrom, if you don't go to Macy, if you don't go to all these establishments asking for a hookup, stop going to your brothers and sisters that's trying to open up business and getting a hookup. It's not about that. Support them genuinely, not looking for something back, man. You can support all these other establishments. Come on. No, you know what? Like I said, I ran into some people from the Black Disciple, Black Gangster Disciple, and from the El Rukin in prison. But no, I'm not familiar with brothers from Chicago. That's my only dealing with them from, basically right now I'm being incarcerated, you know. But like I say right now, folks, what we have to do is, man, stop the self-hate. Stop that crab in the barrel mentality. Why in the hell we want to go to our brothers and sisters? You just open up a coffee shop and hey, look, I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna support you because you're a brother, you're a sister, but I want a discount. Is there a link to buy your book? Buy a copy right now. Love your message. Hey, G House, it's in there. Hey, pardon me, folks. Like I say, I'm old. I'm 90. I'm 91. I tell people I'm 91 and a half years old. But right now, if you're interested in the book, like I said right now, go here. Go here. Come on. Go ahead. Go to that app button. At If you're interested in buying the Brian Glaze Gibbs book, Beyond Lucky. Oh, come on. Come on. Let me see. If you're interested in buying the book, Beyond Lucky, that's the website. Go there to place your order. Lowdown. The thing is, the New York guys, a lot of them are still alive. The Chicago guys are dead now, are serving lengthy sentence, man. That's everywhere, man. Steve Drive, any I Glaze, we're trying to hear them old war story in South Side. And you know what? Like I say, it's a time for everything, man. It's a time for everything, man. You know, buy tea if you can also. And you know what? Like I told you right now, all the link is in my description box once this episode is completed. And to me, folks, listen, man, it's not how we start, it's how we finish. It's not how we start, it's how we finish, man. That's different. Glenn Hines, peace, beloved. Shabay, OG Shabay, man. Shout out to your OG Shabay. CO, it is on Amazon. It is on Amazon. But let me ask you a question. And see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Why will you purchase a book on Amazon when you can email me and purchase it yourself and get a signed copy? On Amazon, you can't get a signed copy. But if you want to get it from Amazon, you can. But once again, like I say right now, is to me, right now, if you want a signed copy with my signature, email me at Brian Gibbs 1201 at yahoo.com. Chris Neely, every city went through what I call the dark age era, drug, violence, etc. Any cat who survived the 70s, 80s, and 90s got my respect to the utmost. Folks today will not have survived those years. Jay Word, Mozart 61 Glaze, what good, bro? Hope all is well. All is well. Glaze had a lot of video. Go through his video. And like I say, folks, listen, go to my YouTube channel. Go to my YouTube channel. Like I said right now, I got what? Damn, I think over 600 videos. Then 650 videos. Go and check it out. Go and check out the video. Like I told you, hit the like button, subscribe, share, support. Subscribe, share, support. About to email you in like 10 minutes. Okay, cool. It was no joke. And like I told you, folks, listen, man, I don't sit here and brag about everything I've been through. I'm blessed. God must be new. You know what? Listen, if I would have got shot in my finger, if I would have got shot in my toe, I would have died. And the difference is right now, guess what, folks? I was not the smartest. I was not the dumbest. I was not the smartest. I was not the dumbest. When I peace king, my uncle was in the street and did a lot, and they got deported. Now they say they have nightmare from all the things they done. Hey, Junior Rose, trust me, you do have nightmare. Adu Raham, 2545, we are blessed. Cinco's 6335, 6535. When that guy got his interview coming, Glaze, I don't know. I don't know. Hear that, man? He's a true. Hey, G House, great book. Thank you, man. Glaze, my last real question, was there anyone in New York City history that moved more weight than Cat and Preem? Or are they in the Hall of Hey, you know what? Why would they be in the Hall of Fame? Why would they be in the Hall of Fame? Because we destroy our community? Yes. It's a few people that's out there. And right now, it's a few people that's out there that's out now that was more powerful, but they was low key that people don't even have an understanding and know who they are. I know a gentleman, and I know a gentleman that was bigger than BMF. I know a gentleman that was BMF before BMF was. And a lot of times right now is, but some of them got away from that. And guess what? They don't want no part of that. Rock Nation Sport Manager, peace and love, Glaze. Thank you for all you do and the time you take out each day to preach life, enjoy life every day. Thank you, man. Life in space grade. Peace to you, Glaze. You are a leader by example, taking an unpopular stance against all odds. Shout out to you. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm still paying for some of the damage I did in my community. I owe them. And that's the difference, folks. When you know better, you do better. When you know better, you do better. And a lot of times right now, folks, we're suffering. We like most of the people that grew up in the concrete jungle or whatever, you know what? You are affected with some type of form of traumatized. And the difference is if you don't get help for PTSD, a lot of times people feel you have to go to the military to have PTSD. No, you don't. Frank Matthew got away. Yeah, that's what they say. Frank Matthew got their way, Walt Lee. Shout out to Walt Lee. Walt Lee is like right now is a member that been on my platform since I started. And every time Walt Lee come on my platform, he speak positive words. Shout out to you, Walt Lee. And like I tell you right now, a lot of people suffer, man. Hey, folks, listen, brothers and sisters. What I want you to do, man, get yourself healthy. Go to the doctor. Go get your checkout. Go get your physical. Go get your right now your mental checkout. Go get your eye checkout. Go to the dentist. Get your furniture checkout, man. Right now is man. Go get your heart checkout. Go get your liver checkout. Go. Like I say, anybody that's out there that's suffering from high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high weight. You know what I'm saying heart disease. Like I told you right now, folks, listen. Get this. Penoxol. Penoxol. It will be in my description box. Get your Penoxol right now. Anybody that you know, whether it's you, whether it's your mother, whether it's your father, whether it's your wife, whether it's your sister, whether it's your aunt, whether it's your grandparent, get your Penoxol. A natural ingredients. Right now, like I said, I'm gonna start doing interview more with the doctors to speak about all this stuff. Because once again, anybody that's suffering from high weight, high sugar, high cholesterol, guess what? This is what we need to do. Get healthy. How do we get healthy or whatever? A lot of us don't like to exercise, but you know what? Guess what? If you want to preserve your life, stop eating all that processed food. Right now, I'm about to drop a piece how the mayor of New York, Eric Adams, how he saved my life. Coming soon, folks. But what I'm trying to say right now, look in the description box, get your Penoxol. Right now, anybody that's suffering from high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high sugar, I'm saying, you know what? Like I tell you right now, if you got heart disease, folks, listen, we got to get it together, man. The worst thing to do is right now is guess what? You can't go to your daughter. I'm saying, wait, you can't walk her down the aisle because you're not healthy enough, because you didn't eat properly, you didn't work out, you didn't do the things that you need to do to preserve your life. You can't go to their graduation, man. You can't. Come on, folks. Listen, love yourself, man. Whoa, wait a minute, man. That's oh damn, man. You serious? They Ox used to hit. Oh man. Hey, rest in peace to my man, little Octavius, man. Ock, man. Ock used to call me, text me, whatever, man. And babe, damn, damn, man. See, that's what I try to say, folks, man. Nobody know tomorrow's not promised to none of us, man. The day that we are born or the day that we start to die, man. The day that we are born or the day that we start to die. And folks, like I tell you right now, little Octavius right now is guess what? He's younger than me. And the difference is right now, he came out, got himself together, didn't go back, man. Didn't go back. We got to get those 10,000 steps per day, 5 miles, man. We got to, man. Drink water, man. Right now, back away from that processed food, man. We are suffering from a high, what, diabetes. We are suffering going blind, man. We're suffering from heart disease. We're talking about massive stroke. Come on, man. We have to do better, man. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace to little Octavius, man. Damn, man. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you right now. That little brother right now used to reach out to me daily, man. Constantly sending me inspiration, shouting me out, talking to me, reaching out to me. And just like I said right now, babe, I didn't even know that, man. You know what? I've been seeing picture on different people page, and I'm looking and I thought so, but then again, I didn't want to believe that, man. Ham and cheese, the older we get, the closer we are to death, man. The day that we are born, rest in peace to Octavius, man. Man, listen, folks, listen, let's take a moment, man. Let's say a prayer, man. Rest in peace, Octavius, man. God, please, right now, wash him, God. All out. Wash him up, Father in heaven, God. Please, God. Take your name. Listen, folks, listen. No prayer, no power. Less prayer, less power. More prayer, more power. Much prayer, much power. We got to get back to the basic principle. No prayer, no power. Less prayer, less power. More prayer, more power. Much prayer, much power. Folks, listen, man. Like I told you right now, like I told you, different segment. Teach me how to hustle. I want people to understand that guess what, right now, we do not have to turn to the street. We do not have to turn to criminal activity to make a living right now. Guess what, right now, we all are kings and queens, rich in our own thoughts and ideal, and we can make it happen. We can make it happen. We can make it happen. Just like right now, all of us is rich in our own thoughts and ideal. All of us already have $1 million ideals in our head. How do we put it into effect? How do we put it out there? How do we make it happen, man? When did Fat Cat come home? Sean Brown, Fat Cat did not come home. Fat Cat did not come home. He was released. After 37 years, he was released from New York State. But right now is he was paroled to the federal system. He still got 4 more years to do with the feds, which would be up in 2026. And after he finishes federal sentence, he still have to do 8 years for the state of Florida. He still have to do 8 years for the state of Florida. So the bottom line, yes, he's released, but he's not released. He's released for his obligation of his time with the New York State. But so the difference is right now, yeah, okay, cool. They took the chance. They rolled the dice. Okay, let's free him. Okay, he's not going nowhere. It's not like New York State say, well, we're going to free him. He's going home. They didn't release him to the street. They released him because he know they still got right now 4 more years. 2026, he go and he'd be released from the feds in 2026 because he would have completed his 40 years bid with the federal government. But then again, once he complete his federal bid in 2026, then he have to go to Florida to do 8 more years. So when you sit back and think about it, like I say, Tariq, what's up, man? Jamel, like I say, hopefully, right now is he's healthy enough. Hopefully, like I told you, he started working out. He's in the best shape of his life. He's not fat. He's in the best shape of his life. So hopefully, when everything is said and done, that he's able to walk out as a free man and be able to spend his last days as a free man. That's the difference. And people do not understand that. Right now, right, a fat cat was able to do an interview, able to speak out. What he would say is crime doesn't pay. What he would say, um, Special K, can he get parole? He's already paroled from New York State. So he finished with his state obligation for New York State. He had 25 to life in New York State. So right now, after 37 years, they release him, but they sent him to the federal government. So right now is his federal government time will not be up until 2026. And right once 2026 come and he complete that, then he'll turn around and he'll go to the Florida and do 8 more years. So right now, somebody was asking, how old is Fat Cat? 58, 68, 78, 88, 98, 2008, 2008, 90, 21, I knew. So the bottom line is right now, December 25th, Fat Cat would be 62. So he'd be 62 in December 25th on Christmas. So you sit back and think about it. 62, he get released. 62, he's 62 now. 4 more years, he'd be 66. Okay? So the difference is right now, he got to go at 66, he'll be released. And he'll go down and do his time 8 more years. Okay? For Florida. So that would be 74 years old. Why can't Fat Cat do an interview? Tupac was doing an interview in prison. And like I said right now, is he can do what he want to do. You should have been an attorney turned judge, BDG. That is what you would have done great in. You know what? Like I say, I think I was cursed, man. I was born in the back of a police car. You know what people is telling me? Guess what? CO, fake food. You're right. Fake food destroy our health, man. Fake food destroy our health. Hey, folks, listen, thank y'all for joining me. Peace, love, and prosperity. I'm about to end this. Thank y'all for joining me. Join me again. Hit that like button, subscribe, support. I'm taking all donation. Peace, love, and prosperity. One love, one love, one love.